these so-called prank stars.
Okay, it's okay.
Reported incidents of the challenge popping up not just in Florida, but in Minnesota and California too. It's sort of like Ding Dong Ditch.
Open fist strikes one of the witch decorations down before running off.
I have never seen her before.
Hey, it started when the customer got verbally abusive and was asked to leave, and came back and punched the manager.
Although I think I've noticed something that we've all noticed, but I'll just speak on it because I don't see too many people talking about it, and it's going to be how people are being absolutely terrible in public to each other, to you, to people you know. I'm going to break it down today. And what I'm breaking down is why people in public, doesn't matter where they're at, they could be at the movie theaters, they could be on the road driving, they could be at the dog park, they could be in your neighborhood.
Hey, can I please get a medium black coffee and 2 ham and cheese croissants if you have any?
Oh, unfortunately, we're all sold out of the ham and cheese croissant right now. Can I offer you anything else?
Fuck!
And your mall, and they're acting like complete idiots. They don't care about where they're at, and they act in a way where they don't care about you at all, care about the people in your life, care about other people in general. And it's terrible to see. And what I'm talking about is how people just don't know how to behave anymore. People are rude, they're mean, they're entitled, they're mean-spirited, they bully other people, they do whatever they want, and they act like complete idiots to other people, to the point that people are noticing it, and I definitely notice it every single day. And it doesn't matter if I'm in Houston, Texas with my family, or if I'm in California, or if I'm traveling across the country. And it doesn't matter if I'm at movie theaters, at the mall, at the gas stations, the store, the grocery store, the road. It doesn't matter. I see it everywhere. And it's just going to be this type of behavior where people just do whatever they want for complete disregard for everybody else, and to the point of making it almost sometimes dangerous. Especially if it's out on the road. And some examples of this, I'm gonna be breaking it down. My name is Tommy, by the way. I am a reporter, and I used to previously work in finance. Today, I'm going to be breaking down on why people are acting completely terrible to each other, and the reasons why I believe they are, what it means for the rest of us. Because it does mean something, because the only way you're watching this video is because it was of interest to you. And some examples I do see in my day-to-day life is going to be how people do whatever they want. And it's going to be stuff that's like for example, at the movie theaters, you got people on their phones talking or being an absolute nuisance to everybody else that's watching and trying to enjoy the movie.
Steve dies by Enderman! Steve dies by Enderman!
You got young teenagers. Let's be a little bit more serious here. I'll be a little bit more serious and use more serious examples. You got teenagers playing pranks, and pranks are fun and all, but not these type of pranks. And what do I mean by these type of pranks? I mean the type of pranks where you're coming into somebody's property at the dead of night and then kicking in their door like it's a home invasion. That type of prank leads to somebody having their life taken away from them. And that's not cool. When people do stuff like destroy property or do whatever they want because they think it's either funny or for whatever other reason that they might be doing pranks like that in the first place. You got people saying whatever they want, being rude to people, either strangers in public, whether it's people challenging other people to a fight because they want to impress some girl, or they just want to be a nuisance and get it on camera. to the point of trying to, maybe they have something to prove about themselves. Maybe they have a chip on their shoulders.
I'll see.
What's up with you? Yo, my boy. Hey, lady. By the way, he was looking at her ass. Huh?
You should say
It should have been what?
compliment.
She can say something.
Nah.
She fucking my wife.
I'm just letting you know.
You let me know shit.
A grown ass man, you're a child. Stay in a child.
Okay.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's cool. It's all good. Yeah, I know it's good. Huh?
That's all we were saying. Is
Okay then, for sure.
something to get mad about. Something to
Okay, that's fine. Maybe you need a baby out too. Nothing, bro.
keep talking.
Oh my gosh.
Why you
I wish my son was here.
You got people starting fights. You got people harassing other people. You got people harassing people who are trying to work a job, being an Uber Eats delivery person, and then that person who's harassing the other person to the point of intimidation ends up getting shot, and they don't even learn their lesson. They're still gloating about it.
YouTube prankster. You can see the prankster. He's the white baseball cap. His target is a guy named Alan Coley, and he's holding a bag of food he just picked up at the food court at the Dulles Town Center in Virginia. At one point, the 31-year-old Coley shoves the phone out of his face. But the prankster, 21-year-old, is unrelenting.
Stop.
But the prankster never expected this reaction. A bullet fired into his stomach.
For the rest of the world to see. And then you have the parents making excuses for them on camera. It's covered right there.
That he was guilty. The 20-second video shows that in no way was his life on the line, and he did not need to have deadly force.
The prankster is being vilified online for his boorish behavior.
And you have people destroying property, destroying things that other people spent a lot of hard-earned time to get, to pay for, to buy, to own. And they destroy it like it's absolutely nothing.
And jogs up the lawn and open fist strikes one of the witch decorations down before running off. But it doesn't end there. She then comes back again and uses her elbows to hit the remaining two witches.
It's called the door kick challenge, rather. It involves running up to a door of an unsuspecting resident and kicking it as hard as possible and then running away before anyone answers.
Cause damage, like in this other Florida incident in Volusia County, where you can see the door hanging open after the teens run away. Deputies making an arrest just out.
Or if they're in a relationship and they end up having that relationship break up, they decide to take their drama out onto the streets for the rest of the world to be inconvenienced by. Yeah, I'm having a bad day, so I'll make it for everybody else having an even more terrible day. That's what I see a lot. You got people.
What is all this? What is all this? Get your phone back. Who's here with you right now?
People, when I'm driving on the road, people getting into road rage incidents over nothing. Over nothing. Because the other person might have cut them off, or might have, for whatever reason, is taking them off, maybe going too slow, or maybe going too fast, or trying to get into their lane, or trying to get out of their lane, whatever. It seems like everybody has a reason to want to get into a fight nowadays. They want to start a confrontation. They want to misunderstand you. That's what I see a lot. And it's like it's a weekly thing. You've seen it. A lot of people have to be so careful about what they say nowadays that people want to misinterpret, misunderstand you so they can have a fight with you, and then they can feel they get some ego boost by having a fight with you. They need to feel like they're being heard. That's what I see a lot. And it's not just about that. It's about other things where it leads to. For example, there's this story I saw in the news in New York City where a person was holding up a door for another person. That person didn't say thank you or whatever. They didn't have manners. And that person, getting sick of it, decides to start a confrontation over it. And then one of the persons ends up getting stabbed. And they died. Terrible. Terrible. Over a person not having manners. not saying thank you. Seeing stuff like that. You got people who are driving on the road and they're getting into a road rage incident where they feel they have the need to pull out a pistol and then shoot through their own windshield at another person, and then they try to claim self-defense. Obviously, if they're in a car and the other person is driving away, you can't really claim self-defense. And you got people who are, stalking other people, essentially. They can't take no for an answer. And then they end up losing their life. And I don't want to only focus on the negatives, but this is some of the incidences that you see that catches a lot of people's attention. And it's going to be incidences like this. There's another story of a person, a prankster, essentially, I don't want to even name their name, but they would travel from the United States to a different country where people still have some form of semblance of order, and they know that, and they take advantage of that with how peaceful that country is, and they go around causing mayhem to essentially get internet views. They do it for clicks. They do it for social media clout, as I say.
American YouTuber acts lewdly towards Sonia Sang, or Statue of Peace. He even sits on the statue's laps and dances. Somali loudly listens to music while dancing and intentionally spills the ramen he's eating on the floor and throws the noodles about. Then he turns on obscene material in the subway as if he made a mistake and makes sexually derogatory comments to a woman who's passing by. Koreans tricking Somali in the face. At that instant, a man comes over and kicks the American YouTuber.
Whether it's being rude, entitled, mean, doing whatever they want, making everyone else see that they are doing whatever they want, and then making sure that everyone has a terrible day. That's what I see, and that's what's happening a lot every single week, every single month. And I've noticed it for the last couple of years. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't happening 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Maybe to a degree it was, but not to the same level of severity, to the same level of seriousness it is now. Kids are having public freakouts because they don't have access to their iPad. I'm pretty sure back in the day, people were able to control their kids where they weren't having immediate temper tantrums in public because they don't have that type of, I don't know, they don't have some type of toy with them. They knew how to behave themselves. And that's what I'm seeing is people are just being more entitled, doing whatever they want at the cost of everyone else's peace. And they don't care. That's the issue, is that they don't care, and they're doing it at the cost of everyone else with their peace and interrupting their peace. And sometimes it has disastrous consequences. They're being terrible. They don't know how to behave in public. And what I personally believe, it's going to be a combination of social media, a lack of parenting, and people just have a need. The culture is shifting to everyone has a need to feel like they need to be heard, and they need to feel like they need to be heard through having fights at each other's throat, a constant competition. Could it be fueled by consumerism? Could it be fueled by the addiction to consume through social media? Possibly. But I definitely believe it's social media and lack of parenting. And if this is what's happening now, where you have people essentially getting slapped by other people because they don't know how to behave themselves because they want to start a fight. What does it say if these are the parents of today? These type of people are having kids. What would happen in 10, 20, 30 years if The only people left that are having any type of children, your society is made full of entitled, rude people who don't know how to behave themselves, and they are not able to put down the phone, at least when they're driving. Would you have a functional society at all? I don't believe so. So let's say, for example, you can't even put down the smartphone when you're having a conversation with a person, when you're on a date, or when you're driving. You don't know how to interact with other people. You don't know how to communicate. Well, what is society in the first place? Society is a place where people work, they get together, and they work together to be able to form something that is beautiful. And when you don't have people that don't know how to work together, communicate with each other, and they can't put down even their smartphone to be able to focus on things that matter long term, you don't have a society at all. And that's the point of this video, is that there is a lack of consequences for what I've seen, a lack of social shaming, a lack of standards for people in their life. And what does it mean for relationships? What does it mean for broader society in how you maybe don't want to have any kids at all, because this is where your kids will be growing up with these other kids that don't know how to behave, because they're being parented by people who aren't very good parents. What does it mean? And it's terrible to see. Terrible to see that people don't understand what's important. Terrible to see how people treat each other. And it's horrible. And it, quite frankly, makes me aggravated to see the directions the society is heading in. I believe you have a story that you want to share about how people treat each other terribly in public. It doesn't matter where they're at. The road, the park, the mall, the store, doesn't matter. You have a story, maybe you know someone in your life that has been impacted by rude, mean people, and I'd like you to share it, because it's important we talk about this, because it matters. We can't just let it continue, because otherwise, if you allow it to continue in the first place, the entire reason why people think they can just do whatever they want is because they've been getting away with it. And it's horrible to see. It's terrible to see. And I'm sorry to hear that you experienced it yourself. And what I wish for you is to live a long, peaceful life where you don't have interruptions to your peace like this, wherever you are at. If you're in Texas, like my family is, or if you're in California, if you're in Minnesota, if you're in the East Coast in New York, North Carolina, if you're in a different country, Canada, because I know I have some viewers from places like Italy and whatnot, Spain, Portugal, wherever, South America, Africa, Middle East, Asia, it doesn't matter. Share your story. I want to hear it. And I know other people want to hear it. And share your comments, because that's what matters, your story. And myself, Tommy, I'm a reporter, and I'm here to report on a story, which is why are people being terrible in public? They don't know how to behave in public anymore. Wherever you guys are at, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and please support the people in your life, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters, is you supporting other people in your life and being a positive influence for good. Because that's what matters at the end of the day. Please take care and have a great rest of your day. Bye.